Hey and welcome to Brian Brain's National Curriculum. This is the quiz that the entire family can take part in, enjoy, have some fun with, and hopefully learn lots of things from. Okay, here we go. My name is Brian Brain, and if you haven't played before, don't worry, you'll soon get the hang of it. You might even want to create a prize for the winner, or the winners if you decide to play as a team. You could even play budding brains against the adults. Anyway, let's see if you younger budding brains can beat the adults, the boffs. You see, for every budding brain question for you kids, a harder boff question for the adults will follow. So, basically, everybody has an equal chance. But you know, the most important thing is to have some fun and just build that brain power of yours. Did you know that your brain works just like your muscles? The more you use it, the stronger it gets. And today's subject is history for Year 6. And we've mixed up the topics for you. So, for each question you get right, award yourselves a point. It is just as simple as that. Don't forget to keep score as you go along, so you might want to get a pen and paper before you start. Here's a bit of getting ready time. Okay, everybody ready? Good, then off we go. Starting with you budding brains, which nation of ancient Greece was famous for having the most fearsome warriors at the time? Now you get a bit of thinking time. Which nation of ancient Greece was famous for its fearsome warriors? Well, not the easiest one to start with. Did you get the answer? It's Sparta. Maybe you've heard of Spartacus. Spartiates were trained rigorously from a young age and were considered to be the best in battle at that time. You boffs, Spartan women were treated differently to most women at that time. How was this so? And here's your thinking time. How were Spartan women treated differently from most women at the time? Think of suffragettes, maybe. And the answer is that they were treated as equals to men. So, sticking with the subject of ancient cultures now, we'll move from Greece down to Egypt. Budding brains, which animal that was considered sacred did most ancient Egyptians keep as pets because it was believed to be lucky to do so? Have a think about this one, and I might give you a clue. What sacred animal did the ancient Egyptians keep as pets? And the clue is that we keep them as well. And the answer is cats. However, they considered many other animals to be sacred and worshipped many of them, even the crocodile. And you know, with the cats, it's thought that nearly every household owned a cat in ancient Egypt. We've even found mummified cats buried in Egyptian tombs. And if you don't believe me, ask your mummy. Ha ha ha. Boffs, what is the name of the container in which Egyptian mummies were buried? Off you go with this one. What was the name of the container that Egyptian mummies were placed in? Tough one, this, actually. Sounds like something in your throat. And the answer is, hats off if you got this one, it's a sarcophagus. A sarcophagus. Now, the pharaohs of ancient Egypt were considered to be gods on earth, but different civilizations had their own gods, like the Vikings. Budding brains. Who was the Viking god of thunder? Here's your thinking time. Who was the Viking god of thunder? Did you get it? It's Thor. Thor famously carried a massive warhammer which he used to create lightning and from which he drew his strength, according to legend. Boff, what was the name of Thor's hammer? Ha! Get your chops round that one. What was Thor's hammer called? Actually, I'll tell you what, you could even have a point if you can pronounce it. It's M-J-O-L-N-I-R. There's a couple of dots over the O. Yeah, that was a tough one. The answer is, Thor's hammer was called Mjolnir. Mjolnir. So, there you go. Bit of most interesting information for you there. From gods to kings now, as we look at King Henry VIII. Budding brains, which family did Henry VIII belong to? What family did Henry VIII belong to? So you could say the Elizabethan family, but it's not. It's a similar one. I'm sure you've done it in school. And the answer is, hope you got it, the Tudors. The Tudors. The Tudors ruled from 1485 to 1603, and the family came to power when Henry VIII's father, Henry VII, quite unusually, won the Battle of Bosworth Field and took the crown from Richard III. Boffs. Which Tudors rule ended the Tudor dynasty when they died in 1603? Who was the last Tudor monarch? He died in 1603. Oh, there's a clue, it's a she. And the answer is Elizabeth I. Elizabeth I. Now, the next question takes us a long way further back in time from the Tudor period to the Neolithic period. Ha! Budding brains. The site of Skara Brae in Orkney is considered to be the best preserved Neolithic site in Western Europe. Does Neolithic refer to the Stone Age, the Bronze Age, or the Iron Age? Off you go with a bit of thinking time. Does Neolithic refer to the Stone Age, Bronze Age, or Iron Age? And the answer is it's the Stone Age, or some people call it the New Stone Age. Various tools, ornaments and pins have been recovered from the site, giving archaeologists detailed information about the lifestyle of the people who lived there thousands of years ago. Boffs. Red dye was also recovered from the site. What is it thought to indicate? Have a think about that one. What is the red dye found at Skara Brae thought to indicate? Interesting one. And the answer is that they painted their bodies. This may sound strange, but painting bodies was common in a lot of ancient cultures. Not in ancient Rome as much, but there the clothes you wore.